I want to start this video with something that most agents in Sarasota are afraid to say out loud. If you own a luxury home in this market, a home priced at $2 million or above, the way your property gets sold is fundamentally different from how the agent down the street sells a $300,000 starter home. The photography is different, the marketing is different, the conversation with other agents is different, and the way we handle showings, the way we price, the way we negotiate, the way we communicate with you as a seller, all of it is different. And if your agent is treating your luxury home the same way they treat every other listing on their roster, you are leaving money on the table, possibly a lot of it. In Sarasota. My name's Darren Dowling. I am the founder and co-owner of Beyond Realty here in Sarasota, Florida. I am not a franchise agent. I'm not a salesperson working under a team lead. I built this brokerage myself, and every transaction I handle comes with the full weight of my professional reputation and my fiduciary duty to you. That is not a credential I throw around lightly. It is a standard I hold myself to on every single listing I take. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how luxury real estate gets sold in Sarasota in 2026. What works, what is outdated, what separates the listings that sell quickly and move at full value from the ones that sit on the market, collect price reductions, and eventually sell for far less than the seller expected. And along the way, I'm going to share some things that a lot of agents in this town will never say to your face, because they are more interested in getting the listing than telling you the truth about what it takes to sell it. If you own a luxury home in the Sarasota area market, whether that is a waterfront estate on Longboat Key, a custom home inside a private golf community like the Founders Club, a Barrier Island condominium, or a high-end new construction home in Lakewood Ranch, this video's for you. So let's get into it. The Sarasota luxury market in 2026. Let me give you the honest state of the market right now, because the story you hear from most agents is often overly optimistic, and that optimism can hurt you as a seller if it leads to incorrect pricing. Sarasota has been one of the strongest luxury real estate markets in the entire country over the past 5 years. The pandemic relocation wave combined with Florida's tax advantages, combined with the simple fact that Sarasota is genuinely one of the most beautiful and culturally rich cities on the Gulf Coast, drove an extraordinary amount of demand into the market between 2020 and 2023. Prices in many luxury segments appreciated by 30, 40, and in some cases 50%. That run has moderated. We are not in a crash. Sarasota luxury is not falling apart, but the market has normalized, and normalization after a historic run means that sellers who price based on the peak comps from 2022 are going to be disappointed. Buyers in the luxury segment are sophisticated, they have advisors, they have access to data, they are not going to overpay for a home just because you bought it at the right time. And now you have a number in your head that reflects the market as its absolute highest point. And there is genuine good news here, is that fundamentals driving the Sarasota luxury demand are still completely intact. The state income tax is as powerful as it ever has been, especially as high earners in New York, New Jersey, Illinois, and California are watching their tax bills climb. Baby boomers with significant equity from the sale of their primary residence up north are still moving here in large numbers. Retirees who want culture, beaches, golf, and healthcare within reach are still choosing Sarasota over Naples, over Tampa, over other Gulf Coast options. And international buyers, particularly from South America and Europe, continue to view Sarasota real estate as both a lifestyle acquisition and a stable investment. So the demand is there. The question is how you access that demand and convert it into the best possible outcome for your specific property. And that's where strategy comes in. The 6 mistakes luxury sellers make. In my years in the business, I have seen the same mistakes repeated over and over by luxury sellers who did not get the outcome they deserved. I want to walk you through the 6 biggest ones. because avoiding these is the fastest path to a better result. Mistake number 1 is hiring an agent based on personality rather than process. In real estate, likability is easy to find. Every agent will smile at you, compliment your home, and tell you what you want to hear in a listing appointment. What you need to evaluate is not how much you like the agent, it is their specific plan for your specific property. Ask them, what is your marketing strategy? What is your pricing methodology? How many luxury homes have you personally represented in the last 12 months? What does your pre-marketing process look like? If they cannot answer those questions in concrete, specific detail, walk away. Mistake number 2 is pricing a dream rather than pricing the market. I understand the emotional component of this. You've lived in your home, you have invested in it, you've got memories there, and after watching the market explode for a few years, you may have a number in your mind that represents what you believe your home is worth. But buyers do not pay for your memories. Buyers pay for what the market supports relative to the comparable sales available to them and their agent. Overpricing a home does not result in a high sale. It results in days on market, stigma, and eventual price reductions that often leave you below where you would have landed had you priced it correctly from day one. Mistake number 3 is treating photography as a line item rather than as the most important marketing tool. The first showing of your home does not happen on your driveway. It happens on a screen. Luxury buyers today see your home for the first time on a tablet or a laptop, often while they're still in their current city before they ever book a flight to Sarasota. The photographs and video of your property are not marketing collateral. They are a product itself. For the first 90 seconds of every buyer's experience with your home, if your agent is not invested in architectural photography, drone footage, and professional video, they are not serious about selling your luxury listing. Mistake number 4 is not relying on open houses and only focusing on targeting the agent community. Here's something most sellers don't know. More buyers in the luxury price points are savvy and are not wanting to sign a buyer-broker agreement. Open houses are delivering more traffic than agents since the changes went into place in August 2024. Mistake number 5 is going silent between showings. Sellers are often kept in the dark by their agents after a listing goes live. Calls become infrequent, feedback from showings is vague or absent, and you start to wonder if anything is happening. My commitment to every seller I represent is regular, direct, honest communication. What the feedback from the showing is telling us, what adjustments we should consider, and what the market data looks like in real time. You deserve to be an active participant in the process, not a passenger. Mistake number 6 is not understanding the role of negotiation at the luxury level. Luxury buyers are not emotional buyers. They are strategic. They make offers that test your resolve and your advisor's expertise. They ask for concessions. They have inspectors who look for leverage. They have attorneys who scrutinize contracts. Having a broker owner like myself who has been through these negotiations, who understands when to hold and when to move, and who can speak directly to your interests at the table. That is not a luxury. At this price point, it's a necessity. What a professional luxury listing looks like. Let me walk you through what the process looks like when it's done correctly, because I think a lot of sellers have never actually seen a truly professional luxury listing campaign, and they do not know what to demand from their agent. It starts before the listing ever goes live. This is the pre-marketing phase, and it is where a lot of real work happens. During pre-marketing, we are doing a comprehensive pricing analysis, not just pulling the last 3 comparable sales and averaging them, but actually understanding the narrative your property tells and where it fits in the current competitive landscape. We're identifying the specific buyer profile most likely to purchase your home. We are scheduling your photography, video, drone footage, and any virtual tour production. And we are beginning to quietly market to the agent community, letting the top buyers agents in Sarasota know that something special is coming before the general public ever sees it. For certain properties, particularly those in the upper tier of the market, we may sell before the MLS listing ever goes live. Pre-market exposure to serious qualified buyers who are already working with an agent is often more effective than a splashy public launch because it creates urgency and exclusivity without the stigma of extended days on market. Once the listing is live, the marketing has to match the price point. For a luxury home in Sarasota, that means professional architectural photography, not just a nice camera, but a photographer whose entire business is showcasing homes at this level. It means aerial drone footage that captures the setting, the lot, the neighborhood context, and any water views or golf course proximity. It means a property video that tells a story, not just a slideshow with royalty-free music. It means a dedicated property website if the property warrants it. It means targeted digital advertising to the demographic most likely to purchase. Affluent buyers in feeder markets like New York Metro, Chicago, Boston, and South Florida who are actively searching for Sarasota real estate. And it means email marketing to a curated list of buyer agents who work in the luxury segment. We then host broker opens. This is an event, not just a time window. We bring top producing agents in Sarasota into your home. We create an experience that reflects the caliber of the property, and we allow them to connect with what your home offers their buyers. A buyer's agent who has walked through your home, who has stood in the kitchen, who has seen the sunset from the lanai, that agent will sell your home to the client from a place of genuine enthusiasm. That is worth far more than any paid advertisement. Throughout the process, pricing strategy remains live. We are watching the market in real time. We are tracking how many showings have occurred, what the feedback themes are, and how your property is positioned against its competition. If the market shifts, we respond. If feedback is pointing to a specific objection, whether it's the floor plan, a price point concern, or something about the setting, we address it directly and adjust accordingly. And at every step of the way, I am at the table, not an assistant, not a showing agent, me, because you hired me. And my commitment is to be present for the critical moments of your transaction. What your home is actually worth. This is the conversation most agents avoid, so let's have it directly. The value of your luxury home in 2026 is determined by what a ready, willing, and able buyer will pay for it today. In the current market, with the current available inventory and the current interest rate environment. That is the only definition of market value that matters when you are selling. There are a few tools that help us understand the number. Comparable sales are the foundation. Homes similar in size, location, age, condition, and amenities that have closed recently. But luxury comparables are often limited because, by definition, luxury homes are less common. When the comp pool is thin, we have to weigh other factors more heavily. Price per square foot in the submarket, days on market for similar properties, buyer demand signals, and the specific premium features your home offers relative to what else is available. Some of the features that drive premium value in Sarasota luxury right now are waterfront views or waterfront access, private golf course community membership, new construction or full renovation quality impact windows, and whole home generators, outdoor living space with a pool, summer kitchen, and covered lanai, proximity to the arts and cultural district downtown, and the Barrier Island location. Some of the features that create pricing friction, even in luxury homes, are deferred maintenance, dated interiors that have not been refreshed since the last renovation cycle, locations with significant HOA restrictions or high fee burdens, and properties that sit in between clear market segments. Too large for the typical downsizer and too priced for the typical move-up buyer. My job is to help you understand exactly where your home sits on the spectrum and to price it in a way that maximizes your proceeds without creating the stigma of a home that sits. That conversation is specific to your property, and it is one I am always willing to have. If you own a luxury home in Sarasota and are considering a sale in 2026, or even if you are just beginning to think about your options, I want to talk to you. I offer a complimentary, no pressure luxury valuation consultation where I walk you through exactly what your home is worth in today's market, what the marketing strategy would look like, and what you should realistically expect from the process. There's a link in the description to download my 2026 Seller's Guide. It covers pricing strategy, pre-listing preparation, marketing frameworks, and a complete timeline of what the process looks like from day one to closing. You can also reach me directly. My number's 941-204-0493, or email me at darren@beyondrealtyfl.com. If this video was useful to you, please subscribe and share with someone you know who is thinking about selling a luxury home in the Sarasota area. The right information at the right time can be worth tens of thousands of dollars. Again, I'm Darren Dowling, the co-owner of Beyond Realty, and we're going to see you next week in another video.